יופי, בעזרת השם, תורה ל"ח ליקוטי מוהר"ן, פרט ז'. And Rabbeinu is teaching us, ומים על ההרים, and the water are between the mountains. זו בחינת תורה. That's the aspect of Torah, שעל ידה נתעורר חסד אברהם. That by the Torah, the kindness of Abraham is waking up in the hearts of the people. When you're humble and you understand that you lean on the mountains, that you lean on the Torah, that you lean on the righteous people, and every shefa, every bounty that you have came to you from that merit of the righteous people, or by the spiritual power, positive power of the Torah Kedosha, the good, atov sheba, machziro lamutav, the good that's in the Torah brought you to be bal tshuva, to be normal, sane. So, b'chinat HaTorah, that's the aspect of the Torah, שעל ידה, that by that, your heart is waking up to do good. כי הרים זו תורה, because the mountains is the Torah, שהוא מרומם, that is beyond everything else we know. כמו שכתוב like that, it's written, בי מלכים ימלוכו. In me, the kings, in the Torah, by the power of the Torah, the king's going to have the power to rule me, to control me. Hashem Yitbarach is saying. Hashem, the righteous people are leading Hashem Yitbarach. Bi melachim yimlochu, with me. You see that the decisions in the world, what's going to be and how it's going to be, it's all been taken by the righteous people, by the tzaddikim. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu, He gives in the hands of the righteous people the power to go and to make decisions in the world, to change the world. So now, במקום שאין איש, ישתדל להיות איש. Even if you find yourself that you're not that righteous, but the world needs you. So that's it. From that moment and on, you can decide. You have to decide. You have the power to decide. Like you gave that example, 5 minutes before of Shabbos, and your wife, she wants to know the halacha, and you don't have a clue about that halacha. You don't know. But also your rabbi is not available, and you don't have time to open no book of halacha. So you have to decide, and your wife, she needs to know an answer. It should be a yes or a no. And even if you don't know the answer, an answer you need to give. Even if you really don't know what's the halacha, you need to say some psak, because if not, how is she going to enter to Shabbos? What's she going to do now? She needs to know, she needs to clarify that she at least do something. Okay, so you need to answer. And you don't know the answer. Okay, but you need to answer. So Hashem wants you to answer even if you're far from knowledge, even if you're not so wise to know, to say the psak. If you're going to show your wife, I don't know the answer, I don't know what to say, I haven't learned that, I'm not learning enough, now you're going to fight. Because of you, I'm not going to the yeshiva. It's a destruction of everything good that you had until now. So you need to say yes or no. It's not a problem. Just choose one of them. You need to choose and you need to answer. You need to give an answer. After it, go do tshuva. Say to Hashem, Hashem, I'm sorry. I said a psak without knowing for sure what's the halacha. But you need to believe in yourself that you have the power to bring Hashem Yitbarach to your decisions. Hashem Yitbarach, He wants you to choose. Hashem Yitbarach, He will follow you. Hashem going to back you up. And if your heart is straight with Hashem Yitbarach and you're focused, you're aimed to the purpose and you want to do good, you're going to see that you're not going to fail. You're never going to fail. Even if you chose without knowing and you just said yes or no, Hashem going to help you to choose right. גם אברהם נקרא הר, and also Avraham Avinu, one of the names of Avraham Avinu is, we call, the Torah is calling him a mountain, har. כמו שכתוב like that, it's written, ההרה הימלט. You need to run away to the mountain. So I think it was talking about Lot over there, and they told him, go, run away to the mountains. Which Hahara, to the mountain. Which mountain? Avraham, he was the one that protecting him. Avraham Avinu. Hahara Imalet, it's to Avraham Avinu. Yes, the Torah got something new to give you. Hahara Imalet, that's Avraham Avinu. That's what it's written, Pirush Rashi Shama. Ve'arim ala ruach, and the mountains, but also the righteous people, also the Torah Kedosha is leaning on something, standing on something. Hainu ruach piv shel HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Hainu b'chinat dibur. On the aspect of speech, power of speech, on the words of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, on the breath of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. שעל ידי התורת חסד נתעלה הדיבור כנ"ל, that by the Torah, that a person learns Torah because he wants to give, because he wants to teach, not because that he wants to purchase knowledge, because he wants to know and to get wiser, because he wants to influence, he wants to help other people. So that's Torah of Chesed, that's Torah of kindness, that's Torah that gives the power of speech to the people, and then people can go and talk to Hashem Yitbarach on their issues, because you taught them with the will that they're going to learn. You haven't taught them, you haven't learned for yourself. You learned because you wanted to teach. So all of the Torah becomes to be Torah of kindness, and now they can receive it. Now they can take things from the wisdom, from what they learned. Because if just there is a genius over there, a person that wants to show off his Torah, so he's not, actually not sharing, he's not giving, he wants to be Mekabel, he wants to receive. So when he's receiving, he's just showing all of his treasures, and he's just keep on collecting them, he's keep on holding them in his own hands. So he's not giving it to other people. He doesn't want no one else to be as great as he doesn't want no one to be also a genius. He just wants everyone to admire him, everyone to respect him. So he's dividing himself and his Torah from the public, from his students, so no one can receive, so no one even can learn from his classes. This is why you can find yourself go to classes and you sit for an hour, and in the end of that class you say, I didn't receive nothing from that class. A good class to continue to go to that class is a class that gives you tools, that gives you powers, that gives you wisdom, something that you can say, okay, I used it in my house and it worked, I used it in my Itbodedut and it helped, I learned differently today. Every day you develop, you grow, you understand, you learn the lesson, you took something from the class. Okay, how it can happen? Only when the Rav, he really wants you to succeed. Only when the teacher, he comes with that will of Torah Chesed. He's teaching his Torah in kindness. He wants you to learn. He wants your success. That's his will. So then you can learn from him. And then, mit'aleh, b'chinat hadibur. And then the power of speech is rising. I mean, you can talk to Hashem Yitbarach. And in that, everything depends. In your Itbodeduyot, in the ability that you're going to have to stand in front of Hashem Yitbarach and talk to him like you talk to your best friend. שעל ידי תורת חסד נתעלה הדיבור כנ"ל, כמו שכתוב, שכבי עד הבוקר. And then by the בוקר דה אברהם, the morning, it's the morning of Avraham. Shalom Aleichem, Moshe Shalom. Welcome. שכבי עד הבוקר דה אברהם, the morning of Avraham Avinu. The morning of Avraham Avinu means that in the moment that a person wakes up, open his eyes, he needs to remember, now it's time to pray. That was Avraham Avinu. He established for us Tfilat Shacharit, because he knew that you cannot start your day in a different way than to pray to Hashem Yitbarach. So every moment of our life is in the aspect of morning, because every moment you wake up to understand something, every moment of your life you wake up to realize something, you need to do something, you have things you have to accomplish, you have things that you need to do. Before of all of those things, you need to prepare yourself. You need to have vessels to contain the shefa of those things. Now you go to learn. If you're going to learn without preparing yourself, without praying on that limud, it will be useless. That limud will go down. It will not going to help you. It will not going to heal you. If now you go to find parnasah, you go to work, if you're not praying to HaKadosh Baruch Hu to help you to remember all of the good advice of how to work and how to make charity of your income, and how to remember that the money that you receive is coming straight from Hashem and not from your boss and not because of your wisdom and nonsense. Just you prepare yourself with prayers, then all of your efforts and all of your actions going to do good in your life, going to affect you in a positive way in your life. So this is why shechvi ad haboker, you lie down until the morning, and then in the morning immediately da boker da Avraham, that's the morning of Avraham Avinu. Avraham Avinu is standing and praying, and you prepare yourself to every situation in your life with tefillot, with prayers. Veruach al sara, and the spirit of Hashem Yitbarach is of spirit of power of speech, the breath of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. It's also lean on the storm. Hainu shebchinat ketz kol basar. We're just explaining another line and another line from that Mishnah. היינו שבחינת קץ כל בשר ובחינת אחר הדברים הוא יונק מהדיבור. That there is a big Yetzer Hara that comes from the beginning of the creation. You see the power of speech of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That's how HaKadosh Baruch Hu created the world. הוא אמר ויהי, הוא ציווה ויעמוד. He commanded and things just stood up by themselves because he said that they're going to be light and light came to be. And he said the earth is going to stand and it did. Everything HaKadosh Baruch Hu said. So from that moment that HaKadosh Baruch Hu brings things from nowhere to reality, to existence, from that moment there is a storm. The Yetzer Hara starts from the beginning. Investigations and kfirot and thoughts and maybe, and he's wondering and he's thinking maybe, and and I heard, and confusions means that Rabbeinu is waking us up to understand the war is starting from the beginning, from the first moment, from every understanding, from every development, from everything that you purchase in your Avodat Hashem. You should know you're going to have Yetzer Hara on that. A lot of people are thinking to themselves, okay, today I bought something in my limud, today I realized something. Don't take it for granted. Don't think to yourself, don't imagine yourself that like really it's yours. If you got something today, it doesn't mean you're going to hold it tomorrow. Yetzer Hara going to jump all over that thing. Immediately, when you got it, that's it. You lost it. In the moment that it came down, it's also in the hands of the chitzonim, of the outsiders. So you need always to have a desire to continue and to climb up and to achieve another goal and another goal. I'm seeing that thing in my life all of the time, that HaKadosh Baruch Hu, He's just looking for mishugaim, people like us, crazy people like us, to run for Him. That's what He's looking for. He's looking for someone that's going to take the torch and run all of the way to home base. He's looking for a crazy person to go for it, some wild person. That's what He needs. Everyone are geniuses, everyone talmidei chachamim, everyone are rich, everyone are settled down, they have their communities, they have their batei knisiyot, everything, they have their nusach, they have everything you need, they have cars, drivers, everything is set for the Geula. But where is the Goel? Who's going to save us? You want someone from outside? Who you want to save? You need to save yourself. So you need to take some actions. You need to do some things. Okay, so malasot, we're gonna do it. If no one else is volunteering to do it, so we're gonna do it. We don't have a choice. We care so much about our brothers and sisters that we cannot hold ourselves, hugging ourselves. What can you do? So many hours. Yesterday at 6 already. Finish Shabbat. That's it. 6. Okay, you need to do Havdalah. 6:30, you finished Havdalah. Okay, Sudar Revi'it. Great. 7. What do you do with your time? I asked my wife. Okay, what should I do? It's 7. What do you do? Okay, she needs some help with the kids. Okay, 8 o'clock. Finish. Now what do you do? What do you do? What did you do? Don't tell us, please. What do you do? What do you do? You have another 12 hours until tomorrow. What you do with your life? Okay, so you need to do something. If you're able to sit and learn, sit and learn. If you're not able to learn, so you need to pray. If you can talk to some people, you need to do something useful with your life. You have to do something. You have to talk to people. You need to convince people to do tshuva. People don't believe in the powers that they have, but HaKadosh Baruch Hu is with each and every one of us. Each and every one of us have powers. Each and every one of us have powers. Just fears are holding us back. But those fears are all lies. What Yetzer Hara can do to a person? Really, that's my yesterday night's Bodedut. I realized all of the lies, all of the fears are all lies. It's all a bunch of lies. Tells you you're not able to do. Why I'm not able to do? I am. I can do a lot of things. No, you're not. Why not? Here, I'm doing. And then you're done, and that's it. And no one can stop you. If you choose to do things, no one can stop you. If you choose to do, I told you once, it was Eve of Pesach. I wanted to help a friend of mine from the yeshiva that we learned. I wanted to help those people. I didn't have money. I couldn't afford myself to help those people, but I wanted because I knew people are suffering. So I decided from every amount of money that I'm going to receive, I'm going to cut half of it and I'm going to give. And it wasn't enough. Even the complete amount that I received in the beginning wasn't. I received 1,000 shekels. I cut with my hands half of it. 500 shekels I gave to a friend of mine. 500 shekels that wasn't enough for nothing, I took for myself. After I got another 250 shekels, okay, cutting it. 125 to one person, 125 for myself. And that's what I've done. And I came to Pesach, to the holiday, happy. I had everything I needed. And after it, I checked with myself during the holiday and I realized that I gave over 2,000 shekels charity in that Pesach. And I said to myself, even rich people in that Pesach, not all of them gave more than 2,000 shekels charity. It's a big amount of charity to give 2,000 shekels. It's a very nice tzedakah. And I gave it from my nothing. I gave it from my flesh. I gave it from my shopping basket. I gave it from what I didn't have. But Hashem, He saw that I really wanted. If I would receive 5,000, I would buy everything for myself. And now I know that I have another 2,000 quiet shekels in my bank account, relaxing me for after the holiday. It wouldn't bring me nothing. It wouldn't give me nothing. I would lose them doing something else with them. It's different accounts that you have. You have different accounts. When you want to give, Hashem going to open for you a shefa, a keren shefa, a bounty to give from that. And it's not connected to your parnasah. If you want to help other people and you're going to give from your time, it will not going to come out. In the end, it's a spiritual thing for sure. In the end, it will not going to come down from your hours of sleep. And you're going to think, you need to sacrifice from your hours. But in the end, you're going to sleep enough, you're going to learn enough, you're going to eat enough, everything you're going to have enough. Everything going to be super perfect for you. Just in the beginning, you need to think, you need to stand in front of that test to say, okay, I'm going to sacrifice, I'm going to give from my money. It's not your money to give. I'm going to give from my hours. You don't have time, you don't have nothing. It's all Hashem's world. It's all under the hands of Hashem Yitbarach. Your money, your time, your powers, your abilities, your wisdom. Everything that you have, your bounty, your shefa, your wisdom, it's all coming from Hashem. Your advice, everything you have, your neshama. You think that's the amount of neshama that you have. You cannot measure your neshama. You don't know which neshama you have. Hashem can replace your neshama in a moment that you're going to have such a huge neshama. You start just to talk and you suddenly find yourself saying things that you haven't prepared yourself. How many times you find yourself saying things and then you say, I don't know where those words came from. That's what you have inside. You have inside a source of wisdom that is not you, that it's Hashem Yitbarach, that is coming from the wisdom of Ata chonen la'adam da, that you give the person the wisdom, the knowledge. What it means? The time to sit and learning from the books? No, can be a very wise person that haven't learned in so many books. Just he's got wisdom, life experience. He's got wisdom of the street. He's got wisdom of life, and from that life experience, he can teach and he can preach and he can support people. He can give them advice and wisdom, and he can help people to find the right lesson and the understanding how to choose in their own lives. And it's all coming from inside. So you just need to connect yourself to that inner light that you have, to believe I have it. And to be ready to sacrifice, to be ready to give from yourself, to give from your inside, from your pnimiyut. And then you're going to find treasures that you wouldn't believe that you have. That you wouldn't believe how much you can affect, how much you can help, how much you can change the world. People are waiting for someone else to come and redeem them, someone else to come to save you, to give you money. Decide that you're going to give money. Decide that you're going to give advice. Decide that you're going to be a rabbi, that you're going to be a supporter, that you're going to be a coacher, that you're going to be everything that people need. What do you need? V'nachnu ma. We're asking what? What do you need? What do you need from me? You need a ride? Okay. You need money? Okay. You need advice? Okay. What do you need? Your wife, what she needs? She needs time? Okay, time. What do you need? To sit with you on your Gemara learning? Great, I'm going to sit with you. Whatever you need. And then you give, and you cut, and you cut, and you cut from yourself. That's exactly what the HaKadosh Baruch Hu done. HaKadosh Baruch Hu, when he wanted to create the world, so he cut himself to the sides. It was all full with His godliness. Lakol hayach or Ein Sof. It was all infinity, all light of infinity, light of Hashem Yitbarach. And then HaKadosh Baruch Hu Kivyachol Pina Atzmo Letzadin. He moved Himself to the sides. Something that how He done that? He just cut Himself. HaKadosh Baruch Hu just cut Himself from the center and moved Himself to the sides. And then suddenly there was an empty space. And into that empty space, He could send back His light and to illuminate that darkness and to create worlds on worlds on worlds. And that's what you need to do. You need to cut yourself to the sides, to move yourself to the sides. What He needs from me, okay, I'm going to try to give it to Him. Okay, what He needs from me, okay, I'm going to try to do. I'm going to cut from my time. I'm going to cut from my limud. I'm going to cut from my prayers. I'm going to cut from my satisfactions, from my imagination, and I'm going to give it to Him. I'm going to give. And then when you give, you become to be a maid, you become to be a mashpia, and then all of your midot, everything becomes to look good and to smell good and to feel good, and everyone can enjoy from your wisdom, everyone can learn from you. When you just bring to yourself shefa and shefa and shefa, you cannot give from that shefa. It's osher shamur leba'alav lera'ato. It's wealth that is damaging the owners of that wealth. Whatever you're gonna have, it's useless. Rich people and stink from arrogant. And Talmidei Chachamim that you don't want to consult with them, you don't want to hear their opinion on nothing. You know he's a genius. You rather not to know the halakha and not to ask him ever in the world, never. You rather always to break that halakha and not to meet with that person, to sit with him for another 5 minutes of your life. You don't want that. Me for sure, I'm holding in this place. There are people I cannot stand their presence. Yesterday night I had a dream. I saw Rav Shalom sitting inside of a certain place, a closed place, and he's teaching. He was teaching Torah. I slept maybe 2.5 hours at night. I'm still not recovering from the trip to New York, and I saw Rav Shalom sitting and teaching, and there was a lot of plates of food over there ready to be served to the people. And people are sitting, and the food is there, and no one is serving the food. And Rav is teaching, and students are sitting, and the food is standing, and no one can enjoy nothing. Everything is stuck. Rav is trying to teach, and he's over there somewhere. Students are looking at him. No one can understand the word. And the food is served, but no one can touch. And then I felt like I need to say to Rav a good word because he's sitting all alone. So I came to him while he was talking his words of Torah, and I told him, Rav, I love you. I love you. I really said it from the bottom of my heart because I know how much love I have to him. And I told him, Rav, I love you. I really do. I love you. And then he finished his class and he asked me, Dror, can you please let them eat? Can you please help them to eat? They don't understand that the food is here on the table and no one is eating, no one is able to eat. So I served everyone the food and everyone were eating Sunday and enjoying it. And that's my life story with Rav Shalom. He's teaching amazing wisdom, but no one can understand what he's talking about, unfortunately. Even the ones that imagine to themselves that they are his students and they're learning the books and everything, it's very painful, but people don't get him at all, don't understand that wisdom, the wisdom of Rabbeinu Kadosh. It's very simple, but people are too clever to understand the simplicity of those words, the simplicity of prayer. And okay, so you need to have another translator, you need another person to stand and explain to you, eat. Yes, that's the food, exactly. So eat. Yeah, eat. I'll show you. You need you need always someone else to break it down to you, to your understanding. Okay, so that Garden of Emuna, yes, it's a very good book. No, you need to read. Okay, you read. No, you need to understand. Okay, you understood. Okay, you need to keep. Okay, you keep. Okay. Your wife, she doesn't think that you keep, so we need to talk about it again. So it brings you to the place that you always have a job. Because also for my classes, we saw on questions and answers and some situations that we went through that I'm saying something in class and people have comments and people don't understand what I'm talking about and people being insulted, and I just tell everyone I love you, I want you to succeed, and they're getting all offended and hurt and what do you have to do? Kilo? So they need Yosef and Obi to call them, to tell them, no, Ravi meant that he loves you. Really? No, he does. I just said it. But okay, so you always have a job, because if your wife, she's short, you need to bring yourself to her height and to whisper. If your neighbors, they're not able to come to the classes, if your neighbors, they're not able to learn and to understand the advice, so you need to tell them. You need to tell them while you're playing tennis with them, while you're playing baseball with them, while you're running, jogging with them, whatever you do. Then that's the time to give it to them. And I cannot give it to them. They need you to give. So you need to believe in yourself that you have an ability that no one else in the world have. And each and every one of us, we just need to hold our hands together. We need to cooperate. Everyone can do something useful. Everyone can give his share, can give from his powers. And then we can make a change. If you count on me that I'm going to make the change, so you have a mistake. Even if I'm going to make that change, you will not going to be there to enjoy it anymore. Because you separated yourself from that movement. There is a movement. There is a tnu'ah, something that goes. You want to be part of it? You have to jump on that wagon that drives. You need to jump on that. You need to connect yourself to that moving train. If you're not going to connect yourself somehow to that train, you're going to lose it. You can believe that that's the train to freedom. Great. If you're not on that train, so how is it going to help you? How is it going to help your friends? If you are not going to be on that train and going to reach out to the other people to bring them also up on that train, and they're going to help others, and then that train will never going to stop. Until the last Jew, until the last person going to join us, we're not moving nowhere, but at least we need to climb, at least we need to go. I thought to myself when I came back from New York that I came with a lot of emotions, and I felt a lot of things, and I was trying to clarify for myself. And my conclusion from all of that storm that I went through over there is that what that scared me the most, you want to hear what was the thing that scared me the most? It wasn't the thickness of the darkness at all. That was the last thing that affected me. I was scared to see how powerful I am. That was the thing that scared me the most. That I saw how much power I have to affect those people, to influence on those people, that it scared me. But I recover fast. Oh, Hashem. That's the truth. But I sat in front of people, and you see 100 people and 20 of them sitting and crying for an hour. And you see that you talk to people. Today, a woman from New York, she called me. She said, you said one sentence, and it doesn't leave me alone. I don't know what to do with myself. And I want to achieve what that you were talking about. So what's the advice? What do you think that I told her? You need to talk to Hashem Yitbarach like you talk to your best friend. You just need to bring those words to the place that you're going to hear the click. We're not going to say something new. There's nothing new to say. You just need to have enough patience to say it again and again and again and again, and to bring it to the mouth of the person until he will receive it completely. There's no miracles. You don't need to make wonders on the above the heads of people. You don't know that you have Rav Berland already. Rav Berland, he knows how to do those things. We don't need to do those things. We just need to bring it again. No, you need to believe in yourself. No, you need to talk to Hashem. And then suddenly, okay, you know what? I'm going to do it. And then even if she done it before, now when she's going to do it, she's going to do it differently. She's going to do it really from the heart. She's going to do it really with all of her goodwill, with the right intention, with she's going to be surrendered and humble. And then she's going to see miracles while she's going to do that. Because it came to the right place. It came in the right time, in the right place. So we have a huge ability, huge ability. And also, thank God, we're not lazy. So we're going to make it. That's it. Thank you.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Obi from the Emuna channel here in Jerusalem. Subscribe to the channel. It means a lot to us. It means a lot to Rav Dror. So show me some love. Show Rav Dror some love. Subscribe to the channel. We post new videos almost every single day. Awesome classes like this. If you have any questions on the classes you just watched, or just other questions that you have, or comments that you want to tell us, post them in the comments below. And we do a question and answer session every single week. So we'll either answer your question in that on video, or we'll make sure to get you an answer. And of course, check out emunachannel.com. Awesome website where we have tons more inspirational content. We have videos, blogs, music, and all sorts of cool stuff. So get involved over there at emunachannel.com, and we'll see you in the comments.